Okay, Ken here, the unemployed prop guy, very much employed. So what do we got here? Um, we just finished Rent and the musical, and they wanted to do live streaming a video for projection, which I'll show you some pictures how it looked here. Okay, so um, I'll show all the pieces and stuff close ups in a minute. Um, so the video designer sent me a whole bunch of stuff: batteries, a transmitter, a camera, and we had to put it into a existing camera. And historically, Red used the Bolex. And don't feel bad for this one that I all cut up, because this one was a parts camera that was never going to work again. So I didn't feel bad having to cut it all up. And yeah, so yeah, so here's a video camera, not quite that small, but that's the one I had to do. So I had to make a mount for it and attach it. And, from 20, 30 feet away, you don't really see all this. It all blends in. It's kind of nice. So I had the two cables, an HDMI and an OI, which is this crazy cable that, yeah, there's probably easier ways to power it, but I didn't have a lot of time to make it work. So, yeah, and back here is the transmitter that I had to attach, and it was so large I had to attach it outside the body with another bracket, and the handle is still able, the crank handle, still able to turn. That was fun. Um, so yeah, and even here, back here, you can see I had to cut it out for the battery, because when you see these batteries, yeah, they're quite big. So yeah, sometimes you get asked to do crazy things like that, and you have to figure out how to make it all work within a budget and a time constraint, and not being able to get the pieces yourself. You have to figure out how to make it work. Like, the HDMI cable coming out. Zoom in. So I had to cut into the body, into the case, and put the HDMI cable in here. And Chris, our video guy, local guy, him and I had to figure out how to, because we had strain release issues, so we had to do turnarounds and little 90-degree HDMI stuff, and yeah, that was lots of fun. So here, let's take a look at the inside of this bad boy. Okay, let's take a look inside the camera. So to get to the batteries, which had to be changed during intermission by Chris, our video lead, you move the antenna, which I velcroed, and there, and unscrew the thumb screws, 1, 2, and slip it off. Make sure I don't mess with the HDMI cable, which is a really thin one and small one. And yeah, so that's what I had to do. So I had to figure out how to get the HDMI from the cable, get the size right, go into the transmitter. And then we have the two battery cables. One battery is powering the transmitter. The other battery is powering the camera. And the camera had this OI cable with all this junk on it. And I don't know, I could have probably done something else powering the camera, but this worked. So when it works, you don't mess with it. But yeah, I rigged the batteries. So if you see the label, you know that it's in the proper orientation. We had to tape the connector because it kept on falling out, and the battery tester sometimes is the only way to get it to work. And you can see how I cut out a little section there for the battery to fit in. So that was fun. And then, I tapped and died these to get the thread right for the case to close. And yeah, I got handed these two batteries in the camera and the receiver, or the transmitter, and said, make it work. And us prop guys, we always get the job done, and we made it work. And like I said, 20 feet away, it looked great. For film, no, you couldn't use it, but 20 feet away with all the action and the actor holding it was great. Now maybe show you some more images at the end of this, or I don't know. But yeah, so this is pretty much how I did it. Here I can show you, like right there is another plate I mounted for the transmitter, and made a little window so they didn't see the glowing light out of just a check, and it says no video. Oops. And it's not transmitting right now. So yeah, so that's how to turn a Bolex into a live feed on stage camera for Rent the musical. Hope you enjoyed it. It's a short video, but I gotta go now do the lowdown until probably, I think they said 5 a.m. So have a great night, and I will talk to you later.